After one of the health department's senior directors tests positive for COVID-19, its head, Secretary Francisco Duque, also undergoes self-quarantine. The Labor Department is set to roll out its cash aid for workers affected by the enhanced community quarantine in Luzon. Displaced workers may get as much as 5,000 pesos in assistance. Senators are calling for a special session, possibly via teleconferencing. They want to pass a 27 billion peso supplemental budget. After a two-day break, session resumes at the Philippine Stock Exchange, but that got to a bloody start with the index sinking to new lows. 3 days into the enhanced community lockdown, total COVID-19 infections in the country has now reached 217. While China records for the first time 0 domestic infections. Should this continue, the Wuhan lockdown may just be lifted. Good evening, I'm Edling Gao. This is the special coverage of the coronavirus crisis using the combined forces of News 5 and Cignal TV's 1 News, Radio 5 and 1PH. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III goes on self-quarantine despite not knowing or not showing any symptoms of the coronavirus disease or COVID-19. OIC Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere says the health chief has already been tested for the virus, but the result is yet to be released. Vergere noted that Duque is asthmatic and hypertensive and therefore he is in the vulnerable sector. On Tuesday, the health department confirmed that one of its senior officials, a director, tested positive for COVID-19.
Secretary Duque is doing good. He is at home. He's doing home quarantine. Actually, he's working from home. And he has been exposed. That's why he is at home and doing quarantine. He has been tested already yesterday because he's part of our vulnerable group. He is elderly and also he has asthma and hypertension.
And let's look at the local situation via this tracker created by the health department. We can see here that the cases are still concentrated in Metro Manila. However, you already see a sprinkling of other cases. For example, there's one in Ilocos. Then you also have in Cebu City, Dumaguete, Cagayan de Oro area, northern Mindanao, and in Cotabato City, and as well in Davao City. There are now 30 COVID-19 patients at the medical city in Ortigas, while 27 are at the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine. Now, in terms of the rate of infection, take note of this steep blue line that we will be showing over here. Again, the steep blue line is still climbing. This is the infection in just 2 weeks. This continues to go on an upward trend as confirmed cases in the country continue to rise. Now, prior to that, the number of confirmed cases in the Philippines was just hovering at 3-4 around a month. Now, we already have 217 confirmed cases. Now, let's take a closer look at the cases, particularly their ages. And as we have seen consistently, the biggest age, the age group, the biggest risk continues to be those with ages from 51 until 60. In the Philippines, over 40 cases out of 217 confirmed are under this age group. Nearly 2/3 of this are male patients. On the bright side, 8 people have already recovered from COVID-19 in the country. Some patients under investigation for COVID-19 in the country have died while waiting for their test results. A PUI in Puerto Princesa City, Palawan, died Wednesday while waiting for his test result for COVID-19. Another PUI in Marawi City died Tuesday morning while awaiting test results. Meanwhile, a PUI who passed away Tuesday morning at the Amay Pakpak Medical Center in Marawi City was only confirmed positive for COVID-19 after his death. He was the 15th COVID-19 death in the country. He died due to acute respiratory distress syndrome secondary to COVID-19. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere explains that the system is being challenged because of the influx of COVID-19 tests being sent to their laboratories. They are now studying how to extend the capacity of their laboratories.
We are now coordinating with WHO and of course the other experts in the country so that we can assess already the capacity of our private laboratories in big hospitals here in the city so that they can also perform the testing.
Some of those PUI deaths are in the Davao region, and to give us a detailed report on that, we bring in Jem Abansenya. She reports live from Toril, Davao, in the Davao area. Jem, kamusta dyan?
Tatlong persons under investigation na nga ang namatay dito sa Davao Region ayon yan sa Department of Health Region 11. Ang pinakahuling naitala ay isang 60 years old na Koreano na merong travel history sa Riyadh at sa Manila. Hinihintay pa rin ng otoridad ang resulta ng kanilang mga tests mula sa RITM. Tumaas naman sa 88 ang PUI, 31 dito ang na-discharge na. Nananatili naman sa stable condition ang nag-iisang confirmed positive case, si patient 130, na nasa Davao Regional Medical Center pa rin sa Tagum City. Alinsunod naman sa ipinapatupad na community quarantine dito sa Davao City, naglabas na ng executive orders si Mayor Sara Duterte na simula ngayong gabi ay ipapasara na ang lahat ng mga malls, internet shops, beauty parlors, lotto outlets, mga basketball courts at playground, except lang sa mga supermarket, pharmacies at bangko. Naglaan naman ang Davao LGU ng mga sasakyan para sa mga empleyado ng Southern Philippines Medical Center kung saan naka-admit yung mga PUI dito sa Davao City. Patungkol naman sa pinapatupad na region-wide lockdown, nilinaw ni Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte na wala na talagang palulusutin sa mga entry points sa Davao Region except na lang dun sa mga cargo vehicles. Yung Tagum City naman na under sa strict community quarantine ay nagpatupad na ng 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew at ito nga rin yung nire-rekomenda ng Davao Region COVID-19 Task Force sa lahat ng LGU dito sa Davao Region.
Jem, so sa Davao City, pati dun sa mga establishments, mga retail establishments, yung ibang non-essential, you might call na establishments like yung malls, pinapasara na rin. Tama ba?
Yes, Bok. Effective kaninang alas 5, sarado na yung mga itong mga playgrounds, yung mga barber shops, yung mga beauty parlor shops, yung mga spa, yung mga massage. And effective naman 11 p.m. tonight din ay sarado na itong mga malls at yung iba pang mga business establishments except na lamang sa supermarket, sa pharmacies at sa mga bangko. Ed?
Okay, maraming salamat sa iyo, Jem Abansenya, reporting from Davao City. The Labor Department has just laid out its guidelines on how displaced workers or workers displaced by the COVID-19 can avail of their cash assistance. For more details, let's talk to Marian Enriquez. She reports to us live from Manila. Man, can you explain to us how the cash aid will be rolled out?
Yes, Bok, inanunsyo na nga kanina ni Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello na mag-uumpisa na silang tumanggap ng mga application para sa mga manggagawang naapektuhan nitong enhanced community quarantine na gustong or nais mag-avail nitong 5,000 pesos na financial assistance. Lahat ng apektadong manggagawa mula sa formal na sektor, ano pa man ang status ng employment, mapa-permanent, probationary o contractual man, ay maaaring mag-apply. Pwedeng ipasa online ang establishment report form na makikita sa DOLE website. Sasagutan ng form kasama ang listahan ng mga pangalan ng mga empleyadong naapektuhan ng trabaho dahil sa enhanced community quarantine, kasama sa ipapasa ang payroll system. Ipapadala lamang sa email ng regional offices ang mga dokumentong kailangan. Ipoproseso ito sa loob ng 1 hanggang 3 araw. Sa pamamagitan ng bank transfer o kaya ay money remittance, ipapadala ang one-time 5,000 na financial assistance. Nagpasalamat ang Department of Labor and Employment sa mga kumpanyang nakinig sa kanilang apela na mag-abot ng tulong sa kanilang mismong mga empleyado. Nangako ng ilang kumpanya na sasahuran pa rin ng buo ang mga empleyado sa implementasyon ng enhanced community quarantine. Hindi kakailanganing gamitin gamitin ang mga available leave ng mga kawani. Bukod pa rito ay i-advance na rin na ibigay ang 13th at 14th month pay ng mga manggagawa. Kabilang sa mga kumpanyang sumunod dito ay ang Aboitiz, Ayala at MVP Group of Companies. Nanawagan naman si Labor Chief Silvestre Bello sa iba pang mga kumpanya na kung maaari ay buksan ang kanilang puso lalo sa panahon ngayon ng COVID-19 crisis. Simula bukas naman ay ipatutupad na ang tulong panghanap buhay sa ating displaced o disadvantaged workers sa Metro Manila. Sa ilalim ng tupad program, mamimili o mag-e-endorso ang mga LGU o barangay ng mga qualified beneficiaries na maaaring magtrabaho sa loob ng 10 araw at pasasahurin ng minimum wage na 537 pesos kada araw o kabuang 5,370 pesos. Sila yung mga manggagawang nasa informal sector, no, kaya ng mga jeepney driver at iba pa na naapektuhan rin nitong pag-implementation ng enhanced community quarantine. Ang ibibigay sa kanilang mga trabaho ay yun ng paglilinis o pagdidisinfect ng kanilang mga barangay o bahay. Bok?
Okay, maraming salamat. Marian Enriquez reporting to us live from Manila. Ang tanong nga po ng marami, mula ng 3 araw na, sino po ang sasahod ngayong panahon ng quarantine? Yan po ang tanong nga ng marami ngayong nag-lockdown na ang buong Luzon. Kaya po ito, meron po tayong konting graphical explanation para mas madali maintindihan ng taong bayan. Okay po, sabi po ng DOLE, bilang tugon sa problemang yan, may dalawang paghuhugutan. Ang una po ay yung COVID Adjustment Measures Program o yung CAMP at ito pong pangalawa, yung TUPAD program. Isa-isahin po natin sila. Ang kampo ay para sa mga regular na empleyado na hindi kayang pasweldoin ng kanilang mga amo dahil hindi rin kumikita ngayon ang kanilang mga kumpanya dahil po sa lockdown. Para po sa kanila, one-time amount na 5,000 ang ibibigay po ng DOLE. So one-time amount lamang po. Sa tansya po ng DOLE, maglalabas sila ng 1.3 billion pesos para sa 250,000 na empleyado na apektado. Pero iba-iba po yung reaction dyan. Sabi po, for example, ng Ibon Foundation, magandang simula po ito pero medyo bitin lang. Tansya kasi ng Ibon Foundation, may 11 million na manggagawa sa Luzon na maapektuhan ng lockdown. So medyo malayo po yan doon sa 250,000 na maaaring makapag-avail ng 5,000 pesos. Sa patakaran na nilabas ng DOLE, ang mga employer mismo, ayan po, ang mga employer mismo ang kailangan makipag-ugnayan sa DOLE para mabigyan ng tulong ang kanilang mga tauhan. Para po sa NCR, mag-email lang po yung mga employer sa camp.dolencr@gmail.com o kaya tumawag dito po sa mga numerong ito. O kung gusto niyo, pumunta po kayo dun sa website ng DOLE, pero madali naman po na mag-email na lang kayo at mapadala kayo ng mga kaukulang form at yung mga requisitos. Ang pangalawang programa po asan ba tayo? Okay, ang pangalawang programa po ng DOLE ay ang tulong panghanap buhay sa ating displaced workers o yung TUPAD. Ito naman po ay para sa mga informal workforce. Halimbawa, yung mga nagtitinda sa palengke, may mga barbecuehan, o kaya magtataho o tricycle driver. Sa programa pong ito, bibigyan ng trabaho ng 10 araw yung mga tao kapalit ng minimum wage. Ano po yung trabaho? Ang paglilinis at pagdidisinfect ng kanilang mga bahay at kanilang komunidad. Ngayon po, ito po ay pre-existing program. Ibig sabihin po, dati na pong nakatatag yung programang yan. Para po mag-apply sa programang ito, tumungo lang po sa inyong mga barangay para po kayo ay magtanong at mag-apply. Pinatutupad na raw ito sa ilang lugar gagaya ng Quezon City, San Juan, Marikina, Navotas at ilang bahagi ng Manila. Again po, this is a pre-existing program at this one predates yung pong COVID-19. Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello thanks companies who committed to give their employees their full pay for the duration of the enhanced quarantine. Bello called on the other big enterprises to take the extra mile in assisting their workers during this crisis situation. He also appealed to employers not to resort to retrenchment amid the work stoppages, suspension of public transportation, and restricted movement of people in the communities. San Miguel Corporation revives Nutriban, the vitamin-packed bread which will be distributed to affected Metro Manila communities amid the COVID-19 outbreak. The company promises to continue delivering food products to LGUs, checkpoints, and hospitals in Metro Manila. Following a 2-day trading break due to the Luzon quarantine, the PSEi, or the stock exchange, crashes to its worst level in years. Local shares plummeted over 13%, that's 13%, to close Thursday at 4,623.42. That is its worst finish since January 2012. Earlier in the day, the index even plunged as much as 24%. PSE President Ramon Monzon says he is in talks with local regulators to roll out measures to stem market volatility, including trading suspensions to help calm the market. And barely an hour after that bloodbath, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas provided monetary stimulus to help offset the impending economic slowdown. The BSP slashed policy rates by 50 basis points to 3.25% effective Friday. The benchmark rate is used by banks to price their loans. Monetary authorities are now signaling lenders to lower loan rates to encourage more borrowing from consumers and their investors. The upper chamber is open to cutting short their break for now as they seek to pass a 27 billion peso supplemental budget. After the declaration of an extreme enhanced community quarantine in Quezon City, one COVID-19 positive case goes missing. The details when we return. Still watching the special coverage of the coronavirus crisis using combined forces of News 5 and Cignal TV's 1 News, Radio 5 and 1PH. Lawmakers are pushing for a special session for the passage of a supplemental budget amid the month-long quarantine imposed in Luzon. Senate President Vicente Soto III on Thursday said senators are expected to tackle a food subsidy budget. Soto explains that he wants Congress to pass a daily food allowance for affected poor families, which he said will amount to 27 billion pesos. The special session will likely be held via teleconferencing. Meanwhile, Senator Nancy Binay slams the National Food Authority for what she says is the agency's slow response in the distribution of rice to affected families and communities. In an interview earlier, NFA Administrator Judy Carol Dansal refuted Binay's claim, saying they have started distributing to local government units. Dansal also says that the Department of Social Welfare and Development may help in the distribution of rice. She also assured the public that there is enough stock of rice for the quarantine.
Marami po tayong buffer stock, sir, kasi nung nakaraang taon, marami po tayong nabili na equivalent to 14.6 billion pesos at yan po yung stock position natin nationwide.
Okay, let's check the latest post on social media on COVID-19 via CrowdTango. On the first column, we have News 5 and partners overperforming. 1PH, nagkagulong ilang residente ng Barangay de la Paz sa Antipolo City sa pagkuha ng stub para makakuha ng relief goods sa panahon ng enhanced community quarantine. Further down, we have Philippine Star. Ethel Buba tells Mocha Uson, okay na sa pabebe kesa sa bleep-bleep. From News 5, imbes na singilin sa renta, binigyan pa ng pera si Ryoko Montreal ng kanyang landlady na si Nanay Preciosa Aroza. Ayon kay Ryoko, lahat daw ng mga kasamaan niyang tenant sa paupahan ni Nanay Preciosa sa Maygawan, Bulacan ay binigyan din ng nanay ng panggasto sa gitna ng enhanced quarantine. Okay, Philippine politicians, we have friends of Vice President Leni Robredo. Again, these are the overperforming posts in the last 6 hours. Oops, I'm sorry. Internet users going gaga over Vico Soto. Post by Leni Robredo. I think also on the Angat Buhay Partners. And again, from VP Leni Robredo, Liberal Party, and so on down the line. Okay, from government and politics, the overperforming posts coming from Art Yap, extended ang atong pagsuspende sa mga biyahe sa barko at aeroplano. The suspension of all sea and air travels of passengers bound for Bohol has been extended. Art Yap, this is the same thing. Okay, Senator Mig Zubiri, I got my pizza today. Salamat po, Shakey's, for making my simple wish come true. Okay, anyway. Congressman Emmy Calixto Rubiano staff ng Pasay Social Welfare Department starts to repack goods for distribution. At doon po sa NGO Philippines, ang overperforming natin is coming from UNICEF Philippines with Ann Curtis there. Medyo malayo. Now is the time that we should be doing all that we can to protect ourselves, our family, and loved ones, and the people around us. According to Ann Curtis, UNICEF Philippines Goodwill Ambassador. Now, moving on to other stories. With the increasing number of COVID-19 cases in the country, Quezon City has a missing COVID-19 positive patient. To give us updates on this, we have News 5 correspondent Marlene Alcade live from Quezon City. Marlene.
Yes, Ed, umakyat na sa 31 ang bilang ng mga nagpositibo sa COVID-19 dito sa Quezon City. Kaya naman mas hinigpitan pa ang pagbabantay at pagpapatupad sa Extreme Enhanced Community Quarantine sa lungsod. Nagsagawa na nga ng disinfection operation sa May E. Rodriguez ngayong hapon. Binugahan ng may halong kemikal ang lugar na ito sa May E. Rodriguez malapit sa ospital kung saan may mga PUIS o yung nagpositibo sa COVID-19. Gagawin daw yan sa iba pang parte ng lungsod pero inuna na rin ang mga lugar na malapit sa may mga nagpositibo. Inaalam na rin ng pamahalaang lungsod ng Quezon City kung nasaan ang isang COVID-19 patient ng Quezon City. Inatasan ni Mayor Joy Belmonte ang pulis na hanapin ang pasyenteng ito. Ipinapacheck kung nasa ospital pa din ba, custody ng DOH, kung ito'y tumakas ba o kung buhay pa ba ito. Kwento ni Mayor Joy Belmonte, base sa datos na nakuha nila sa DOH, nakapagpa-test sa Cardinal Medical Center ang lalaki na nasa 50 raw ang edad at nagpositibo. Pero wala raw ibinigay na pangalan sa kanila ang DOH maliban sa address lang nito. Pero nang puntahan ang address dito, lumalabas na wala naman daw sa bahay na yon ang lalaking nagpa-test. Sabi ni Mayor Belmonte, sa ngayon, ikinukonsidera nila itong missing person hanggat hindi nalolocate itong pasyenteng ito. Pwede raw sa ngayon, Bok, nandito tayo sa Quezon City Circle kung saan hinarangan na ang papuntang East Avenue. Kung makikita nyo dito sa aking likuran, may mga hinaharang na itong mga sundalo rito na papasok dito sa East Avenue. Nandito kasi ngayon isinailalim na rin kasi sa Extreme Enhanced Community Quarantine ang mga lugar malapit sa ospital, kaya naglagay na rin ng checkpoint sa area malapit sa East Avenue kung nasaan ang iba't ibang mga ospital. Kasama na rin dyan ang Philippine Heart Center, East Avenue Medical Center, National Kidney and Transplant Institute. So kung makikita nyo, ito kahit yung mga Grab magde-deliver ng pagkain, isa-isa yan tinatanong kung anong dahilan, kung bakit sila dadaan sa lugar na yon, at paraan ito ng gobyerno para mapigilan ang pagkalat ng COVID-19. Ed?
Okay, Marlene, maraming nababahala dun sa sinabi mo na merong isang nag-positive na nagbigay ng peking address at hindi ngayon mahanap. So, maaaring gumagala-gala sa ngayon. Konti paglilin na lamang, ang binigay niyang address ay Quezon City sa barangay Tandang Sora. Pero hindi tayo sigurado kung talagang taga Quezon City siya.
Yes, oo. Yun ang kanyang ibinigay na address at yun daw yung detalyeng natanggap ng local government ng Quezon City rito mula sa DOH. Wala rin na naibigay na pangalan ng DOH at tanging yung address lamang noong sinasabi nilang nagpositibong lalaki na nasa edad na 50 years old. Yun yung tansya nila. So yun lang yung detalye na meron itong Quezon City. Kaya naman kanina nung i-check nila, ngayong araw sinimulan, 'di ba, yung paglalagay ng itong tinuko yung mga hot zone kung saan nasaan o kung saan may mga confirmed cases, kaya nila pinuntahan itong bahay na rin na ito at doon nga nalaman na itong pasyente na ito ay sinasabi doon sa bahay na nakatira, doon sa address na ibinigay nung nagpa-test na nagpositibo ay wala raw doon. Sa Quezon City, sa LGU dito sa QC, kung ano ba talaga ang storya sa likod nitong nagpositibo na ito. Pero ang mahalaga nga ay mahanap ito dahil kung positibo siya at posibleng hindi niya alam at baka mamaya naglalakad-lakad o nakikipag-usap o nakikipag-mingle pa rin sa ibang tao, delikado raw ito. Pero yun yung isa sa mga inaalam ng Quezon City LGU dito na kung nasaan ito, kung nasa ospital ba ito, kung buhay pa ba ito at kung sino itong pasyente na ito at bakit iba o yung address na ibinigay niya ay wala raw o mali daw is kiniklaim ng mga nakatira doon. So isa yan sa mga chine-check ngayon at ang mga taga-PNP ay makikipag-ugnayan na rin daw sa Cardinal Hospital para alamin yung ibang detalye tungkol sa pasyenteng nagpa-test na ito, Ed.
Well, Marlene, they might have to expand their search beyond Quezon City kasi we're not even sure na talagang taga Quezon City siya kasi he did give a fake address. So they might have to bring in a national agency like for example the NBI which you also cover. Yun lang kasi baka lang mamaya they're so limiting themselves to Quezon City, baka mamaya talaga hindi siya taga Quezon City.
Yes, oo. Yes, kaya sabi nga ni Mayor Belmonte kanina, mas maganda na isa pulis na lang to ipaubaya dahil ibang kaso daw ito at mukhang kailangan talaga ng masusing investigasyon at para matrace kung taga saan itong talagang pasyente. Basta ang kanyang order ay kailangan mahanap itong pasyente nga tinuturing nilang missing sa ngayon, Ed.
Okay, maraming salamat. News 5 correspondent Marlene Alcade live from Quezon City. Pag-usapan po natin ng extreme lockdown dyan sa Quezon City. Para po malinaw, hindi po ang buong barangay ang naka-extreme lockdown, kundi ilang bahagi lamang ng mga barangay na ito. Dalawa pong barangay ang apektado riyan. Ang una po ay ang barangay Kalusugan. Ito po yung nasa area ng E. Rodriguez Avenue. Ang E. Rodriguez po, itong kulay berde ditong sa bandang baba na linya. Itong nasa itaas naman papunta doon sa ibaba, yan po ay ang Araneta Avenue. Itong barangay po ay kinalalagyan ng dalawang malalaking ospital kagaya ng St. Luke's Medical Center kung saan mayroong mga COVID positive na pasyente at po yung De Los Santos Medical Center banda dito sa kaliwa. Sa kabuuan po kasi mayroon daw pong 3 COVID positive residents sa barangay na ito. Medyo maliit naman po yung barangay na ito. Mayroon lamang siyang populasyon ng 1,745 residents. Ito po yung susunod na barangay, ang medyo problemado, ang barangay Tandang Sora. Ito po ay mas malawak at mas matao. Ito pong berdeng linyang ito na pahaba ay ang Tandang Sora Avenue. At ito naman pong berdeng linya pataas ay ang Mindanao Avenue papuntang NLEX. Sumasalubong po yan po. Yung dalawang yan, doon mismo sa barangay Tandang Sora, kaya po high volume po ang traffic dito. 3 rin po ang sinasabing COVID positive residents dito. Ang isa ay nasa bandang Himlayan Road, banda... hindi yan. Teka sumabra tayo. Okay. Himlayan Road, banda rito. Yan po. Doon po sa taas yung Himlayang Pilipino Cemetery. Okay. Ang peking address naman po na binigay noong nag-COVID positive na pasyente ay banda rito. Yan po, sa bandang border na yan ng barangay Tandang Sora. Ulitin po natin, peke po ang binigay na address nung nag-positive na COVID-19 at hanggang ngayon hindi pa alam ang kanyang totoong pangalan at ang kanyang totoong address. Ngayon, gaya po ng nasabi natin, malawak at matao po itong barangay Tandang Sora. Sa huling census noong 2015, ang kanyang populasyon po ay nasa 90,000 people. 3% po yan ng kabuuang populasyon ng Quezon City. The Polytechnic University of the Philippines has made a local version of ethyl alcohol to protect students and teachers from COVID-19. The PUP Institute for Science and Technology has developed and tested the localized ethyl alcohol on March 11, following the requirements and standards of the Food and Drug Administration. According to PUP, larger batches will be manufactured once raw materials for the mass production of the alcohol become available. The university is set to manufacture and distribute the ethyl alcohol to the PUP community by the end of March. The Food and Drug Administration, meanwhile, has approved the use of COVID-19 testing kits from China and South Korea. According to the agency, the items are compliant with the requirements for the issuance of special certification for imported test kits of COVID-19. For more details on that, we now have FDA Undersecretary Roland Enrique Domingo on the line. Dr. Domingo, thank you for joining us.
Hi, good evening, Ed. Good evening, everybody.
Hi, sir. Dr. Eric Domingo pala. Dr. Dr. Eric Domingo.
Oo.
Nagulat ako doon. Sir, ilan po yung imported na test kits na dumating na at yung parating pa lang? Give us a total.
No, I think the DOH is expecting donations of several thousand kits.
Yes, sir.
But what FDA approved is 4 different test kits that can now be marketed and, of course, used here in the country. So, ibig sabihin po, pwede na mag-order yung mga ospital, yung mga laboratories na papayagang mag-run ng test para makapagpasok sila ng mga ito.
Yes, Doc. Doc, the ones you're referring to, the ones that the FDA approved already, these are not the ones that were donated. Is that correct?
I don't think, maybe one of them might be previously donated, no? But these are approved for marketing, given marketing authorization in the country, so that they may be sold and used here.
These are four different kinds of test kits.
Yes, 4 different kinds, 2 from Korea and 2 from China.
Okay, 2 from Korea and 2 from China. Doc, when you say that it's been approved by the FDA, pareho ba yan ng yung dun sa test kit ni Dr. Destura na approved by the FDA pero subject to confirmatory testing dun sa field units? Is it the same thing?
Yung kasing kay Dr. Destura was developed here in the country, no? Itong 4 naman na to were already developed in Korea and China and have been validated there. Pero since itong kay Dr. Destura was developed here, we have to validate it here kasi wala namang ibang regulatory agency that will validate it. So we want to have it validated here also.
Opo. So these 4 new kits, they will no longer have to go validation or confirmatory testing anymore?
They are, no, not anymore. No. So usually once the lab gets them and then they start using them, they do a short validation then, no. But not as extensive as if it were a new product. Because these are not new products. These have been here for the past few months in China and Korea.
Kasi when we talked to Dr. Destura, sabi niya yung kit niya, the one from Health Tech Manila,
Yes,
may mga 2 to 3 weeks pa ata na validation confirmation testing eh. So
ang sabi nila mag-overtime sila this week until the weekend. So hopefully by next week validated na yon and it can be run yung ng maramihan.
Oh, so within a week pwede na siguro. Is that
I think so. I think they're fast tracking the validation test.
Oh, that should be good. Doc, would you know how many kits we have already? Itong dumating from China and Korea. Would the FDA have the figure, or you're limited lang to testing and approving the kits?
Yeah, kasi the FDA just regulates, no. So they don't report to us naman how much orders they have or how many are coming in. Pero they will be coming in pa lang kasi they just got their registration yesterday and today.
Opo. But I suppose by next week mas maluwag na tayo dun sa supply ng test kits with the ones from China and Korea, and possibly by the end of next week possibly with the Dr. Destura's test kit.
Yes, and aside from these 4, we still have a few applications that we recently received, and then documents that are being submitted to us from older applications just to complete. So, maaaring madagdagan pa itong mga payagan natin na mga testing kit dito.
Doc, ano rin po, siguro konting paglilinaw sa mga nanonood. Kasi ang akala ng iba, pag may test kit, para yung pregnancy test, kung saan pwede mong gawin sa bahay.
Hindi siya do it yourself, no? Hindi siya do it yourself testing kit. Mga laboratory ito, they use very sophisticated equipment, no? Yung genes ng genetic material ng virus yung ina-identify niya. So hindi po ito mga instant do-it-yourself kit na tutusukin mo yung sarili mo o iihian mo tapos meron ng resulta. No? These are very sensitive because the kits that are sometimes being sold online or pinamimigay yung mga test kit na instant kit, walang none of those are registered with FDA because we have talagang hindi ganon kaganda ang accuracy ng mga test na yan.
There are kits being sold online?
I think you would see, we've sent out several advisories to remind everybody that they should not buy these because nobody can guarantee their accuracy, and you would see them sprouting up every now and then, no? Pero yun nga po, wala po tayong registered na instant kits or yung the pregnancy test type kits.
And these kits that are valid and that have been approved by the FDA, kailangan ito ng special technicians and special machines, yung PCR, yung polymerase chain reaction machines.
Chain reaction, yes. Oo. And of course, pati yung sample collection nito, these are swabs taken from the throat and from the nasopharynx, no, sa likod ng ilong. They use special medium to transport this. And it takes quite a while. Pero yung the newer technologies, hindi na 24 hours ang running. Napaiksi na yan, no? Anywhere from 2 hours to 4 hours yung iba nating mga available kits ngayon.
Okay, well, that's good to know, sir. Dr. Domingo, maraming salamat po for joining us and thank you for the good news.
Maraming salamat din.
We will pause for a short break, but when we return, after tonight, there will be no longer any domestic flights to and from the Clark International Airport. And as cases around the globe pile up, China, for the first time since the virus emerged, has recorded 0 domestic infections. The details coming up. You are still watching the special coverage of the coronavirus crisis using the combined might of News 5 and Cignal TV's One News, Radio 5 and 1PH. Clark International Airport has canceled all its domestic flights. To give us more details, we have live from Clark Airport, News 5 correspondent Dale Rivera. Dale.
At hanggang ngayong gabi na lang ang operasyon ng mga domestic flights dito sa Clark International Airport. Pero simula pa kaninang hapon, kanselado na lahat ng domestic flights. Paliwanag ng Community Relations Head ng Paliparan na si Terry Flores, mula nang ipatupad ang Enhanced Community Quarantine, bumaba na ang bilang ng mga pasaherong dumarating dito. Ito raw ay dahil na rin sa pagpapatupad ng lockdown ng ilang mga flight destinations sa bansa. At simula pa noon ay nagkaroon na ng aberya na naidulot sa ilang pasahero. Pero ayon kay Flores, ginagawan daw ito ng paraan ng Clark Airport at target nila mapalipad ang lahat ng mga stranded na pasahero bago ang maghating gabi mamaya. Paglilinaw naman ng pamunuan ng paliparan, pansamantalamang ititigil ang domestic flight operations, bukas pa din ang airport para sa mga international flights inbound at outbound. Ito raw ay kung magkakaroon ng flight sa mga airline na nag-o-operate dito. Dahil kasi sa enhanced community quarantine, posible raw na walang masakyan ng mga pasahero papunta sa paliparan. Pero nauna na nga sinabi ng lokal na pamahalaan ng Pampanga na malalagay ang buong Clark Freeport Zone sa quarantine kung hindi nito isasara ang paliparan at automatic na malalagay sa 14-day quarantine ang mga foreigner na darating dito. At sa ngayon ay halos wala ng tao dito sa Clark International Airport pero may 4 pa na international flights na nakaschedule na umalis ngayong gabi. At yung flights papunta sa Doha, sa Dubai at saka sa dalawa sa Incheon. Pero kanina lamang ay nag-abiso ang DFA na pansamantala muna ikinakansela ng United Arab Emirates ang lahat ng visas papunta sa UAE. Kumbaga, hindi muna sila magpapapasok sa loob ng 14 na araw regardless kung tourist visa or kung permanent resident ka ng UAE. At samantala sa pag-iikot natin dito sa Clark Freeport kanina, nakita natin mahigpit yung naging security sa mga checkpoints papasok dito. Hindi kasi nakakapasok o hindi pinapapasok yung mga hindi taga dito, hindi nagtatrabaho dito o yung hindi pupunta sa airport. Ed?
Bok, actually, interesado rin ako dun sa maliban dun sa Clark itself, pero yung biyahe mo from Metro Manila going to Pampanga, kamusta ang biyahe? Maraming bang tao, maraming bang biyahe, at mahigpit ba yung mga checkpoint going up north?
At kanina doon lang sa pagpasok ng NLEX, merong checkpoint. Kumbaga, iniisa-isa, hindi pinapapasok. May mga ini-inspection, tinitinan yung IDs at medyo mahaba rin yung pila. Pero after that, after noong Balintawak Toll Plaza, dire-diretso na yung biyahe namin hanggang dito sa Clark. Inapat lang kami ng mga siguro 30 to 40 minutes mula Balintawak hanggang dito sa Clark. At yun nga rin, walang toll na binabayaran ngayon sa kahabaan ng NLEX. Ed?
Pero yung volume, Bok, yung volume ng mga sasakyan tsaka yung volume ng mga tao traveling between Metro Manila and Pampanga, Clark specifically, how's the volume?
talk sa Clark at saka NLEX at saka SETEX, napaka-strange tingnan na halos walang sasakyan. Kumbaga, sa ilang beses nating nagbiyahe dito sa NLEX at saka sa Clark, bihira yung pagkakataon na makikita na halos wala kang tao makikita. Kasi pagdating mo dito sa Clark, ilan lang yung establishments na bukas. Maging yung may mga ilang drugstore din tayong dinaanan kanina na sarado at yung karamihan din ng mga fast food sarado rin. So, kumbaga, hindi siya yung usual Clark na may makikita kang mga tao doon sa mga pamilihan, kahit doon sa labas sa perimeter ng Clark. Pero yun nga, yung pagpasok sa Clark mula sa MacArthur Highway, doon medyo mahaba yung pila ng mga sasakyan.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Del De Vera, reporting us live from Clark Airport in Pampanga. Masarap ang sisig dyan. Let's now check the latest COVID-19 global figures with the help of this online tracking map created by the Johns Hopkins University. There are now more than 200,000 confirmed cases, 220,000 to be exact, 220,691 confirmed cases all over the world. Of course, China is still leading with 81,000, Italy with 35,000, Iran with 17, Spain with 15, Germany with 13, the US 9, France. So South Korea has gone down several notches from being number 6 just yesterday. And moving there to the death toll, we have the death toll at 8,957. More than 3,000, of course, coming from China. 2,900, almost 3,000 as well, coming from Italy. Yeah, it's almost 3,000 from Italy, almost the same as China. 1,100 deaths from Iran and 640 deaths from Spain. Italy has recorded nearly 9,000 fatalities? No. Italy has recorded 2,978 fatalities. On the bright side, there are now more than 80,000 people who have recovered from the coronavirus disease. China records 0 domestic infections for the first time since the coronavirus disease emerged, marking a major milestone in its battle against the pandemic. China's National Health Commission on Thursday said there were 34 new cases, but all were recent overseas arrivals. Reports say that should there be no new cases for 14 days, the lockdown on Wuhan, Hubei, where the virus came from, will be lifted. Around 500 million people globally have been subject to lockdowns because of the COVID-19 outbreak, says Agence France-Presse. Governments around the world have told their citizens to stay indoors to try to slow the spread of the pandemic. The Chinese province of Hubei and its capital Wuhan, where the COVID-19 virus broke out, have been cut off from the world since late January. Other countries have followed the Chinese province in enforcing confinement, such as Italy, Spain, France, Venezuela, and Belgium. Spanish actress Itziar Ituño Martinez, who plays Inspector Raquel Murillo in the hit TV series Money Heist, has tested positive for COVID-19. In an Instagram post, the Spanish actress says she is symptomatic, experiencing fever and dry cough. She assured fans that she is feeling fine and reminded them to not take the disease lightly. And that's the latest on the enhanced and expanded community quarantine in Luzon. For more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. I'm Edwin Gao. We are One News.